No, I didn't say bro. I said.
Good morning, participants. On behalf of Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports, Hello India, LNCP, and on behalf of our respected Dr. G. Kishore, Principal, I welcome you all for this session. We have a special guest and a special speaker, Mr. Sri Sudish CS, Assistant Professor, Lakshmi Bai National College of Physical Education. About him, Sir is a vibrant as well as a, a with a vast knowledge of physical education profession. He is here with us. About him, Sir earned his graduate and postgraduate from the same college before joining LNCP. He served LNIP Gwalior as an assistant professor. He has successfully studied BP as well as MP. He was also awarded Sundaramurthy Gold Medal for securing first rank in BP and Lieutenant KSC Nayak Gold Medal for securing first rank for MPE. He also cleared NET with an JRF. Sir is pursuing his graduate from Kannur University. He is a level 2 anthropologist and a national basketball referee too. He has its credit 10 research articles published in the national and international journals. He also acts as a resource person for many seminars as well as workshops and conferences also. His area of specialization is biomechanics, exercise physiology, and curriculum design and research methodology. With that, his discipline wise, he is specialized in basketball as well as handball. He represented Kerala University in basketball as well as in handball competition at national levels. So today we have a vibrant speaker participants on behalf of Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports, Hello India, LNCP. I welcome Sri Sudesh CS, Assistant Professor. I request all the participants to pay attention. So, expert opinion can be urged very easily. I request respected Sudesh sir to give his expert opinion on this occasion. Over to Sudesh sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil sir. And at the outset, let me thank all the people who are working behind to make this show a grand success. Dear participants, till these days, we have been discussing a lot regarding what is the basics of, or else the content-wise, what are the basics of knowledge that we have to have as a person to develop yourself as a community coach. So yesterday we have been talking about what is really exactly community coaching is, and what are the aspects that we have to take into consideration when we want to implement a community coaching program. So as we know, in foreign nations, we are having a well-structured program, which is actually par in importance with that of elite performance, because we understand that we have to tap at the community level in order to develop the sports if we want. So when we look into community coaching as such, there can be two versions: either developing the community through sports, or else developing the sports by exploiting, or else by exploring the community. So two aspects can be there. For your clarity, again, I am telling you, if you suppose if there is an area where actually there is a big problem with the legal aspects, or else, with regard to our law and order, now we can just implement a sport, or else we can just introduce a sport into the community, like so that they will be involving in it. And as you know, the physical and the physiological, or physical and psychological exertion required to what we say play a sport, that is tremendous. And out of that, what happens, we are diverting their attention, and we are diverting their what we say focus from the so-called illegal activities to that of sport. So that is one version. In the second version, what we can do, in order to develop a community, or else we call it as social inclusion. Okay. So in order to develop the sport, what we can do, we can explore an activity. Like, no, if a particular area is very popular for wrestling, or else if a particular area is very much popular for what we say archery, or else what a particular area which is very famous for football, we can make use of what we say enlarging, or else spreading the what we say sporting activities in that particular community, so that what we can do, the number of participants in that particular game, that will be enhanced. So as a result, what happened, when we are getting a small group from a small portion, then what happened, eventually the quality of that group will also be sometimes little bit less. So if we can get a wide range of people participating and engaging in it, what happened, we can expect a better quality out of that. So that is the second version of community sports coaching. Whatever it be, in India at present, what happened, we are just at the infancy, or else we still, like in case of Fit India and Khelo India and all, we are promoting the participation. We are persuading people to participate in sporting activities, so that the number of participations in each and every game, that will be increased. So that is the very basic idea. About the coach's role in community sport. In sports, whatever be the sports, in order to what happens, we have to have a proper ecosystem. Okay, we have to have a proper sporting ecosystem, which is comprised of a number of people, a number of professionals. If everyone can contribute to this particular ecosystem in a befitting manner, or else in a positive manner, then what happens, we can expect a better result. So sorry for that. I apologize for my poor Hindi. Even then, I will try to put the things in Hindi also. मेरा हिंदी तो उतना अच्छा नहीं है, फिर भी मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि आपको जितना मेरा हिसाब से हो सकता है, I will share that. क्या होता है, जो भी स्पोर्टिंग रिजल्ट अच्छा होने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए, उसके साथ साथ जो भी कोचेस के साथ बहुत सारे लोग उसको सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. सो जो भी सपोर्ट करने वाला है, लाइक, और सो नहीं है तो पेरेंट्स हो, नहीं है तो उसके साथ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स हो, फेलो कोच हो, जो भी सब लोगों का जो एफर्ट है उसको ठीक तरीके से करेगा तो क्या होगा, हमें एक व्हाट वी से एक अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलने का चांसेस है. अभी क्या होता है, हाउ टू ड्रॉ एवरीवन्स एफर्ट in a positive way, unidirectionally, that is the question. सब लोगों का जैसे ये काम जो काम करता है, उसका जो efficiency है, कैसे हमको ला सकता है, that is the question. उसके लिए क्या कर सकता है? In the present scenario, what I am feeling to say is that at present, maybe you may be as a coach, you may be taking the role of the ship, role of the captain of the ship. You may be the captain of the ship. So what happens? It comes to you, your efficiency to deal with others. That will be counted a lot in order to bring in a positive climate for the growth of the child. The जो भी community coaching के लिए आपके साथ आता है, वो क्या होता है, most probably they will be coming with an intention to मुझे खेलना चाहिए, मुझे कुछ खिलाड़ी बनना चाहिए, इसलिए मुझे मदद कीजिएगा. तब क्या करना चाहिए, आपका वजह से आप ठीक तरह से उसको टेक्निकल टैक्टिकल थिंग आपको उसको सिखा सकता है, लेकिन वो तो that is not what we say alone, that will not work. उसके साथ क्या करना चाहिए, जो भी आपके साथ जुड़ा हो, जो कोचिंग इकोसिस्टम में जो भी स्टेक होल्डर्स हो, जो भी जुड़ा हो, सबको इसमें ठीक तरह से एफिशिएंटली नहीं है तो एक पॉजिटिव साइड में सब लोगों का कंट्रीब्यूशन उसमें लाना चाहिए. उधर क्या होता है, there falls the role of a coach as persuading or else what we say initiating everyone or else stimulating or else what we say we can influencing everyone to contribute positively to the growth of a child in terms of his sporting excellence. So what happens, that is basically what we are going to deal today. So in this session we'll be dealing like how to orientate coach to become a influential role model. That is one thing. Then second thing, we'll be understanding how to select a particular coaching style. Then to understand coach's role in relation to others like school staff, club administrators, and so on. To understand how to develop a coach-parent relationship, and to understand how to be an influential coach. So here what happens, so basically if you just go through all these things, you will be understanding one thing. No, you are the captain of the ship. At the same time, you have to do something by yourself, and you have to persuade or else you have to influence others also to come into the show. जैसे कि ये ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप अकेला जैसे सोचते हैं कि अकेला मैं तो मेरा कोचिंग कामयाब तो करता हूँ, मैं मेरा एथलीट के लिए सोचता हूँ, उसका फ्यूचर के लिए मैं सोचता हूँ, उसके लिए बहुत सारी चीज मैं करता हूँ. फिर क्या होता है, आपके वजह से नहीं तो अकेला आप करेगा तो इसे ये चीज कंप्लीट नहीं होगा. उसको we say no, the multilateral or multi-aspectual development of a child, उसका पूरा वो चीज डेवलपमेंट कंप्लीट नहीं तो पूरा होना चाहिए. तो क्या करना चाहिए, आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन अकेला नहीं होगा, बल्कि क्या होना चाहिए, बाकी लोगों को भी इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए आपको लाना चाहिए होगा. Better word is like we have to make these people or else persuade, उसको करवाना चाहिए होगा. जैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हो उधर, असिस्टेंट कोच हो उधर, फिजियो है, नहीं है तो कोई मैनेजर है, नहीं है तो कोई और सपोर्टिव स्टाफ है, एंड मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंटली पेरेंट है. खाली बच्चा और आप दोनों सोचेगा तो बहुत सारे चीज नहीं होगा. उसके साथ जो भी सपोर्ट हो, इन लोगों से साथ से जो भी सपोर्ट हो उसको भी लाना पड़ेगा. इसलिए मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं, अभी एज ए कोच इफ यू वांट टू ब्रिंग इन ए पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट वी से एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द चाइल्ड्स डेवलपमेंट, व्हाट शुड बी देयर, आप अपने आप एक रोल मॉडल बनना चाहिए. नहीं तो आपका जो वजह से आपको जो कर सकता है वो उसको थोड़ा सा ठीक कर सकता है, उसके साथ साथ आप बाकी लोगों को भी ये सीन में ला सकता है. ठीक है, so you have to take care of two things. You yourself develop to be a role model so that you will be acceptable and admirable. That is the two words which I focus. You have to be acceptable first, then you have to admirable. Two things you have to focus in order to make yourself as befitting coach for your child, so that you can serve as a role model. Second thing is that you have to have such sort of tactics or such sort of skills so that you can persuade the other supporting staff to contribute positively to the development of the child. So this is the basic concept that we are going to deal today. So we'll move further. So the first point we are talking is that how you can be the best first. Of course, what happened, best means best is often a what we say ideal thing, but comparatively good in an acceptable mode. Okay. So for that, what is okay? First, you be yourself know whether you are good or not, or else you are presentable or else admirable for your child or not. And what happens often, this admiration that happens in such a way that changes from individual to individual, person to person. So आप ये देख लीजिए कि फर्स्ट आपको ये समझ में आइए कि कैसे रहेगा एक अच्छा कोच, कैसे रहेगा एक बेकार कोच. Means how a bad coach will looks like and how a good coach will look like. So I will put in front of you one scenario where you can just go through the situation. Now see the first situation. Okay.
Guys, coach is coming. We'll bring him by the way. Right, boys. I can't believe your performance today. Does putting that top on not mean something to you?
feel so let down, boys. Honestly, your attitude is terrible. You should all hang your heads in shame. I gave 100% today. Yous gave me nothing. Every single one of yous was a disgrace to the top that yous are wearing. You got something to say, son?
No, nothing, sir.
Effort, zero. Attitude, zero. Sort yourselves out. Has anybody else got anything to say?
What are you going on about Matty for? What about him? Missed 3 tackles, gave away a penalty. He still says he's better than all of us. You're the disgrace.
Who gave you the right to act like that?
You did.
Now, you would have seen the video properly. अपने आप पूछिए कि what was the situation? You just ask yourself what was the situation, and in person whether you are willing to take this message, you are able to digest it. Now, just suppose you are also players, or sometimes you may also have seen encountered such situations. Now, think about the mentality of that entire group of youngsters who are sitting there. Now, winning and losing, that is what we say, 2 aspects of a game. We cannot what we say expect every day to win. That happens, but the way the coach is dealing with it, see his entry, upon his entry you can see that one fellow is running and coming and saying that the fellow is coming. So he is very much terrified about this particular coach, which is I don't, you can ask yourself whether it is a acceptable attitude. Second thing is he's coming and starting to yelling at these people. At the same time, they started what we say, just giving what we say, abusing these people. So he is, first thing, one more thing you can see that he is shifting the entire responsibility of the failures on an individual or else on the part of the athletes. तो ये बोल रहा है कि सीधा साधा आके उसको ढांढना शुरू किया, और फिर क्या होता है, उसका आने के वजह से ही इन्होंने भाग के आके बोलते हैं कि सर आ रहा है, मतलब वो लोग उसको बहुत सारा डरता है, ठीक है। उसके वजह से क्या होता है ना, डर और रेस्पेक्ट जिसके बीच में कुछ तो फर्क है, that will serve an another impact on the athletes, ठीक है। अभी क्या होता है, वो आके सीधा साधा जो हमारा गेम का जो हारने का जो रीजन था, वो पूरा चीज हमारा ये नहीं है तो पूरा एथलीट कम्युनिटी के ऊपर डालते हैं। ये क्या होता है, that is not a right symptom of, or say right quality of a leader. So what happens? Then he is just coming and started torturing these people, asking, abusing them. Then what happened? He is just shifting the other thing. Like you see, he is then asking, what was the responsibility? What was wrong with you? एक बच्चा को पढ़ के उसको पूछते हैं कि क्या कारण क्या था, तूने सब चीज को खराब कर दिया, उसका मतलब क्या था? Then now you can get a very strong message from this, since he is coming and asking a particular fellow, and he is just pinpointing this fellow and telling him as the sole responsibility of the failure. What happens? He is also getting the same idea, because sir is shifting the responsibility on me. Now I have to shift the responsibility on someone else. So what happens? He is just shifting the responsibility to his partner. तो तू क्या कर रहे थे? आपका जो उसका जो बगल में जो बैठा उसको पूछते हैं कि तो आप क्या कर रहे थे? Now when the coach asks himself, asks to that particular fellow, why you are shifting the responsibility to the other person, and same way he gets his back also. ठीक तरह से वो वापस भी मिल रहा है कि जो बच्चा भी उसको पूछ रहा है, तो सर आप मुझे बोल रहे हैं कि you are shifting the responsibility to my partner, then आपने क्यों क्या किया? Same thing. So you take it this sense whether it is acceptable or not. आपका मन से आप पूछ लीजिए कि whether ये तो ठीक तरीका है क्या. So for me, what I am feeling is this is not the way to deal with especially youngsters, and this will not have a positive influence on your athletes. They will be having a negative impact on you, and at times they may be following you. Here I am telling you, they may be following your comments or else obeying you out of their fear, simply out of their fear, not out of the respect towards you. So what happens now? When you are there physically in person, they may be following your commands, but whenever you are not there, they will not be having the same loyalty to you. So that is the main thing. So being a influential coach, or else being a admirable coach for the students, means that even when you are not there, they'll be showing that courtesy and they'll be showing that loyalty. And if you are lacking that, sometimes you can introspect yourself and you can just ask yourself whether the reason for my fate is myself or what. That is the question here. Okay, now we will just move on to the next scenario, whether another coach is coming and he is adapting some other strategy. You just look and do it. Yes.
Morning, boys. How this morning? Excellent. Looking forward to the game of the day? Yeah, it's a big game of the day. 3 points, top of the league. Yes. Okay, listen up. Respect the rules of the game, remember. Let's look at the roots, rules of the game. They're there for a reason. Let's respect them. Opponents. We're playing a good team today. Right? Let's respect them. Give them the respect they deserve. At the same time, they will give that respect back to us. Officials. Respect the officials. Referee's going to make a decision. We stick by it. Teammates, you're out here to have some fun. Respect your teammates. Okay, mistakes will happen. Get up, go on, encourage them. And most important, yourself. Okay, take pride in yourself. Okay, don't let yourself down by getting yourself a silly booking or a red card. Right then, boys, let's go for it today. Remember, enjoy the game as well, guys. Come on, let's go for it. Right, guys, over come. Let's go through the 5 letters again, roots. We want to win the game fair and square. We don't want to be going out there cheating, okay? Stick to the rules of the game. Opposition today, let's give them the respect they deserve, and we'll get that respect back from them. They're a good team today, so let's give them that respect. Officials, guys, these guys are coming out on a Sunday to give you a game of football. Let's respect them and honour our game. Teammates, okay? You respect each other. Let's work hard together, and we'll win this game together. Self. Believe in yourselves. You guys have got great ability. Believe it. Believe. Have the confidence to go out there today and win the game today. Hey guys, I'm going to hand these cards out. I want you to give them to your parents to help us honour our game.
Thank you, Gordon.
Okay, there you go, guys.
Yes, coach.
One for you.
What have you got, Kevin?
Well done, have a good game.
Oh, well.
Oh, well done, Sam, have a good game.
There you go, Dad.
Enjoy the game, Matthew.
Well done, Matt. You got a corner out of that. Well done. Great save, keeper. Well done. Oh, forget it. Go on. Morning, guys. We're doing well here. Go on. Let's keep it going. Excellent. Well done. You won that well there. Excellent. Go on in, Sam. Finish it off. Well done. Great goal, Sam. Excellent. Well done, Matty. Come on. Well done. Alex.
Now you just again watch the scenario, just you fall back and you just again recollect what was happening. You can see a just mirror opposite activities of the initial coach. So there what happens, there it was just like a, what we say, a negative energy all over there in the particular dressing room, and you can see as the coach enters, the atmosphere of the room itself changes. So the positivity that he brings in through his approach, his attitude, even his words, that was so encouraging. And what happens, you can see the face of this particular group of youngsters and those. So what happened, there is a just a drastic difference between the two. So they are actually, we can say that just two sides of a coin, just opposite. So what happens here, you can see that throughout the session he was encouraging people. He was talking a lot of things positively regarding respecting the rules, respecting opponents, respecting the officials. And you can see still, even when they were doing something, he was taking everything in a positive aspect. Even when they are losing the ball, even when they are losing the ball position, he was just encouraging them. That was actually a acceptable thing for others. And you know what happened now? This attitude, that they will also absorb it. Even your students, trainers also will absorb the same thing. So what happened? You will be able to have a strong impact on your athletes. Now, we will have one more video where we are going to just compare the two. Okay.
control. Good, pass it on. Pull it in. Great shot. Oh, lucky. Great save, keeper. Well done.
Get harder into him! You get back there and defend that! Grab him! Pull him! Kick him! Don't let him get by you!
Excellent tackle there, Cammy. Go on, keep going. Kieran, go on, keep going. Oh, forget it. Forget it. Go on. Morning, guy. You're doing well here. Go on, let's keep it going.
Oh, I can't believe you! Get into them, boys! Oh, I can't believe that! What are you doing?
Go on, up you get. Get the head up, come on. Oh, good, Corey, good. Keep driving. Go on. That's a great shot. Well done, great goal. Well done, Andy Clomper. Great goal.
You should take up Bally the way you're running about out there. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Play with a bit of pride in your game. You must be one of the worst players I've ever signed. You're ridiculous. There's no effort or anything coming for you.
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible now? Yeah. Sorry for the technical, for the delay. There was a technical issue. Now, you just think, just compare two situations where what happened. The second coach, जो दोबारा आया, जो दूसरा coach आया, उसका attitude थोड़ा देख लेना. He was thrusting on two things. He was encouraging, at the same time he was reinforcing. Okay, the particular motivation you can see whenever this child is losing the control, whenever the child is doing something, he's telling that even when he was attempting at the post, when he was losing the target, even he was even appreciating the opponent also. He was appreciating the opponent coach, goalkeeper, saying that good attempt. So that is something like positive in reinforcement given by the coach. So actually what happened now? Your attitude, that is having a long lasting impact on the development of a child as in terms of a player. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to have a blend of qualities which will be showcasing a lot of positive things, which even the what we say, even the your trainees will also acquire. So जो क्या होता है, there is a saying like जो हम salt में डालेगा तो उसको क्या होगा, salt का थोड़ा taste होगा. वैसे ही अगर आपका सोच और आपका philosophy, आपका attitude और आपका जो style, उसके वजह से क्या होता है, आपका players का भी थोड़ा attitude में थोड़ा impact होगा. Now I was telling regarding how to become a role model. First thing is that you be yourself an example for them. How you can be an example? Now, just look into the just retrospect the last situation where a leader. Now, I have seen when he was actually involving in the act. He was involving in the warming up be a positive leading. Okay. Then what happens? An example of sportsman spirit. Now, the spirit shown by the second coach, you can very well see that he was even he is ready to accept the failure, or else accepting the missings. Okay, that should be inculcated in the athlete in order to give a positive influence on the athlete. Ethical aspects in the sense, no, winning at any cost, that should not be your target. जैसे भी मुझे जीतना है, उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है ना, जब तेरा एथलीट नहीं तो जब आपका एथलीट को क्या होगा, वो भी उसी तरह का गेम सीखेगा, which you can believe that, which sometimes will get it back in the same way. अगर आप जीतने के लिए कोई भी तरह का फाउलिंग करता है नहीं, क्या भी हो सकता है, आपका ओपोनेंट भी सोच सकता है. इसलिए always you showcase an ethical attitude. Next thing is the important one, good communicator. आपका मन में जो चीज है उसको ठीक तरह से आप बोलना चाहिए. अभी क्या होता है ना, most often what happens now, our coaches, especially some coaches may be thinking of this way that no, I am expecting you to that he is not up to my expectation. पहले आप क्या करना चाहिए, आपका थोड़ा सा आपका एक्सपेक्टेशन उसको बोल दीजिएगा ना, उसको पता चला कि you are expecting this one from this, or we pass in this particular session. But what happened, आपने कई चाहिए. इसलिए क्या करना चाहिए, जब भी आपका जो कम्युनिकेशन आता है तब आप ठीक तरह से करना चाहिए. Now, most often what happens, 3-4 things act as a what we say hindrance or else a barrier for communication. क्या होगा, यदि ऐसे हो सकता है कि you are telling him but he is unable to understand it. Why? Because sometimes he may not be paying attention. Sometimes what happens, he is paying attention, he understands that, but he is unable to process that in a proper manner. उन्होंने सुन दिया लेकिन क्या होता है, उनको क्या, he is unable to understand what exactly you have said. जैसे आपने जो बोला उसको ठीक तरह से समझ में नहीं आ पाया. That is one problem. So what happens, if you can avoid all this what we say barriers, you can very well be a good communicator that will fetch you a good what we say influence on the athlete. Now, being respectful, माननीय होना चाहिए, ठीक है. जो भी आपका, now there is two things like dress and addressing. Now, in terms of teachers, we used to say that if you want to be a respectful teacher, what you have to do, you have to showcase a good attitude in terms of your dressing and addressing. ठीक तरह से ड्रेस करना चाहिए, उसके साथ साथ क्या करना चाहिए, आपका जो एड्रेसिंग है, जो आपका मुंह से जो निकलता है वो भी माननीय होना चाहिए. Then you will be something like very respectful person. That is also you have to consider. और दूसरा चीज है punctual. In sports we used to say that there is no next chance or else next option. In order to grab your opportunity now, what you have to do, you have to be punctual. So first, before you scold your athlete for not being late, first you yourself show that you are there in the field prior in time. So you be yourself as a punctual person so that your athlete will also start following you. But especially what happens at a particular youngster age, or else in a what we say in childhood, whatever you show for a child, you will be a hero. So what happens, whatever you show, you take it this way, whatever you show, they will start replicating it. So if you are punctual, if you are respectful, if you are responsible and honest, your child will also start understanding it and hearing things. Now, responsible in the sense, what happened, I get reminded of what he said that once when we failed the mission of launching the satellite vehicle, Satish Dhawan came and asked him that, you don't worry, I'll go and meet the media. And he took entire responsibility on his head. And what he said, we failed now, but definitely we'll succeed. Then afterwards, what happened? For the second mission, what happened? APJ Abdul Kalam again tried with his team and they succeeded. Then what happened? Satish Dhawan told Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam that now you go and take the interview. So this is what we call as responsibility. Handing over the credit to the person who worked behind, and whenever a crisis comes, you are admitting it as your mistake. That counts a lot. Whenever the team fails, you see in the video, what happens whenever the team fails, to say that it is a joint, what we say, result. joint responsibility, not only mine or else not only yours. And if you have that responsibility of accepting yourself as the factor for this one, definitely they will be having a boosting in their mind. We are adopting some sort of, what do we say, they are having a image management thing. Okay, so why this is happening? You take the case of Rajinikanth, near to Amitabh Bachchan, near to anyone else, the way they talk, the way they dress, so this is having an impact on this. So similarly, whatever style of coaching that you are adopting, that will have an impact on the athletes even eventually. Or else what happened, we are talking about, after all, we are talking about what, being an influential coach. So to be an influential coach, your athlete, your coaching style also counts a lot. So basically, if you look, you are having three types of coaching. So what happens, whatever you say, you demand that to be done in the court. जो भी आपका जो, अगर एक उन्होंने एक बात, तो that doesn't make any sense for that coach. कोई लिखा है, मैंने बोला था ना तेरे को पास करके ड्रिबल करके 3 स्टेप लेके बास्केट करने के लिए, तूने इसे किया, तूने खाली 2 स्टेप ले लिया, तो क्या होता है इम्पैक्ट ऑन दी दिस वन? You expect always to be the king of the court. And he may be doing it so in order to establish discipline in the court. So what happens? Your intention is to implement discipline, but that should not be at cost of the joy of the students. Veteran coach, in order to draw out all the best out of your students also. So as I told you, in the and just interconnect it. There he was authoritarian, he was autocratic, he was just coming and everything, and it was more of a unidirectional communication. So it counts a lot. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? So back to the coaching style. We have got three types of. Now we were talking about autocratic style. Now what happens? So just the opposite, democratic style. There what happens now? You are actually very lenient in terms of taking a decision. No, not very lenient. You will be discussing with your what we say players also, and you are doing a what we say a joint effort in order to take decisions. So you are seeking the opinion of your athletes as well in taking up some sort of decision. So what I believe is this is something like a mentor thing or else a developmental style, where actually you are incorporating or else involving the athletes as well in order to, and you are giving an opportunity for your child to what we say mediocre type of both laissez-faire. Neither he is doing some of what we say responsibility, neither he is not what we say being a decision maker also. He is just saying it as just for the sake of being there. So what happens? He will be very casual, and we usually call it as a babysitter. So you can see if in a sporting situation what happens. He may be an autocratic stylish, and what happened? He is just coming and sitting in his bench saying that now जो आपको करना चाहिए आपका मर्जी से जो कीजिएगा, और नो डेमोक्रेटिक क्या होता है, दोनों को एक बैलेंसिंग टाइप होता है. He is taking the responsibility as well, at the same time he is being lenient in terms of involving his athletes as well. So this is the three types of coaching styles. Now moving further, now which type of coaching style to adopt? There is nothing like a particular single coaching style for me. Means I am Sudesh, for me autocratic style, or is for me democratic style. There is nothing like that. Best thing is that you have to adopt a particular style befitting to be impose a little bit of safety measures. Where now what happens? You are going to play a particular defensive strategy. There what happens? If you are getting a charging, you have to say, in order to avoid some sort of problem, what you have to say? You have to say your athlete that now you will follow what I am telling you. Okay, and at times what happen now? This will give a what we say a better result as well. See. What we say a do or die situation where what happened last minute of the game, if you are going to be lenient on that, game is tie, if you are going to be lenient on that, what happened, you may not be getting the expected result. So what you have to do, you have to be strict on that, telling that only go for this one so that we will be winning. So such situation you have to adopt a autocratic style, and wherever if the game is so what we say there is we are leading by a lot of points, there what you can do, you can adopt a democratic style where you will be permitting your players to go for their freelance game. We need not to what we say break our head in terms of what we say what strategy they are using. Anyhow, they are knowledgeable persons. They have got a lot of playing experience. Then let us leave it to them. So next thing is laissez-faire. What happens now? Laissez-faire, you can just go and sit and relax when you are playing against a extremely weak team. Then what you can do? Anyhow, this is about a league match. Let them get the chance of playing also. So I need not to what we say just pressure either my players or the opponents. That situation, what you can do, you can go and relax. So this is the situation where you have to adopt a particular style. Now sometimes what happens now, opting their particular style also depends upon person to person. Sometimes autocratic style will only be applicable for a particular person because now he is little bit what we say of that what we say egotic type. Only if you go and be very strict on this person, he will perform. In that situation, what you have to do, you can use say autocratic style to that person, and for rest of the people, what you can do, you can use your other democratic this one. Same way now, whatever be your style, you have to emphasize on two things. It should not spoil the enthusiasm and fun, or else the motivation level of the athletes. But you adopt a autocratic style, but that should not go to that extent that it is killing the morale of the athlete. As I told you, in order to impart discipline, you can just go and adopt an authoritarian stance, but it should not be like that. That is going and abusing him. No, don't do that. If you do that, what happens? That will pull down the morale level of the athlete. So make sure that should be very flexible. You should not be a person like, no, I am believing in this particular philosophy, so I will not change for everyone. You have to be flexible for every situation. That is the best, what we say, quality of a coach, or else the best coaching style. Now, in order to develop a strong relationship with the athlete, you can have all these things like communication. As I told you, whatever be the communication has to be, should be something credible. You are going and just talking to him, anything and everything coming to your mind. That is not actually credible. You are going and telling something is very wrong, and even the athlete is also knowing that that is wrong. So just go and say something for the sake of saying, that doesn't work. Only if you are saying something which is credible, then only your athlete will start admiring you. Same way, you are going and saying something which is not, he is not understanding, then what is the purpose? Okay, no, your terminology that you are using, you are going and saying what we say, the kid which is in 5th standard and saying that you have to follow your biomechanical aspects in executing lab. What he will understand? He will not understand anything. So you communicate in such a way that he is understanding something. Okay. Now, major thing that influences the athlete is that sir is coming to me daily. He is talking. He is giving me feedback, but always he is talking only negative things. That version is not good. This aspect is not good. Your ball control is not good. Your shooting percentage is not good. But he never says that. Now you are actually better. तेरा तो shooting percentage तो कम है, फिर भी तूने आज का game में 3 point मारा, बढ़िया है. So whatever you say, that should be some sort of reinforcement, and that should give a what we say, that should convey some sort of positive idea. That is what is required. So if you can have a strong, barrier-free, clear, and credible communication, emphasizing on reinforcement and positive motivation, definitely you will have a better relation with the athlete. Even if you scold him also, he will understand that sir is scolding for a positive purpose. Why? Because usually he says for that. So this time, galti to mera hai. So he will start understanding that. So that is the importance of having a positive, what is a proper communication. Next thing is that positive reinforcement. As I sticking on, even if what happened, even sometimes what happened, athlete may be of the same type that he may be doing a lot of what we say, wrong things in the practice, or else he is not able to perform well. Then what happened? You are going and telling him again and again, बच्चा अभी क्या हुआ, गलती हो गया. अरे तो गलती तो हो गया, अभी इसमें क्या करेंगे? तो क्या करना चाहिए? थोड़ा सा you just change the way of you are putting things in front of that athlete. Just go and say that whatever happened is happened. No, it is better that the number of occurrences has been reduced. पहले तो तू बहुत सारे वायलेशन करते थे, अभी क्या हुआ? वायलेशन तो थोड़ा कम ही हो गया. That is good. So you always try to reinforce the athlete so that what happened? He'll start thinking that sir is saying something for my betterment. He is motivating too. So as far as he is concerned, he is working hard in order to make me better. Myself is also putting a lot of effort, but that what happened? No, improvement, it takes time. तो उसको भी समझना चाहिए कि जाके बड़ा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, इसमें टाइम लगेगा. So that counts a lot. That sort of consoling and reinforcing words, that brings about a lot of impact on the athlete. Okay, now trust. अगर आप ऐसे करेगा तो क्या होगा? He will develop trust as well. कि जो सर बोलते हैं उसके लिए कोई पर्पस है, वो करेगा तो मुझे व्हाट वी से जरूर फायदा मिलेगा. उसका कोई ट्रस्ट डेवलप होना चाहिए. दूसरा चीज क्या होता है ना, trust is not only single way. You should not believe in such a way that athlete has to trust me. No, you should also trust the athlete. It should go on the opposite way also. You also trust your athlete, and you show some sort of what we say reinforcement and communication. Everything you believe in the athlete, same way you can expect also. So these things like love, trust, respect, everything goes what we say two-way. It is not like I have to get it, but I will not give him. That will not work. So you adopt some strategy that you first start trusting your athlete. Next thing is that availability. Availability क्या होता है? मैं तो बड़ा फीफा नहीं है, तो बहुत इंटरनेशनल कोच हूँ. अभी क्या हुआ? I am an international coach of a great name and fame, great repute, and I will just teach them. And after I step out of the field, now that is my life. Nobody can ask me for it. So what happened now? Sometimes, so everything doesn't happen inside the field. Inside the field, what happens? Only 50% of the things takes place in terms of coaching. बाकी चीज 50% कहाँ होता है, बाहर से होता है. No, you have to make yourself available for the athlete. You have to make yourself available for discussing his worries, personal issues, everything. So what happens now? It will have an impact on the trust level of the athlete as well. And what happens? He will start admiring you, or else he will be believing you as a influential coach. So being available for everyone. Now one more thing. You are available for a good performer and you are not available for a bad performer. That also makes a lot of difference. So be a democratic coach in terms of that, available for everyone, so that everyone will be having a hope for development. कि मैं भी improve करूंगा, सर भी मुझे भी देख लेता है, not only मेरा जो साथी है उसको. उसमें क्या होता है ना, you have to give impartiality in terms of giving availability for everyone. Genuine interest मतलब क्या होता है ना. Now you should not focus only on the immediate development. So what happened? I want the play further. So that should not be there. So what happened? No, we are here to promote him. Otherwise, what happened? Your job is nil, man. If there is no one to play, then why should be there a coach? So your role is nil. So that you have to understand that you should not be an opportunist in this sense. No, that is the right word. What I feel. Whenever they will win, no, or else in order to get your place safe, you want them. And whenever that business is over, they are out of the way. That should not be your attitude. So if you want to have better influential coach. No, whenever you go for what we say, you can see that parents will also be accompanying you. They will be creating a lot of problems for you. In the sense, no, they will be acting as the coach, they will be acting as the parent. Often they will act as the official also. That is the main headache. And now you see a situation where the problem is not from here, no. Yeah? Hello? Okay. Now what happened now? Once again, apologies for the poor internet connectivity. Okay. Then you have to educate the parents regarding the rules of the games. What is actually the rules of the game? So what happens now? They will also understand that, no, it is like this. Now, second thing is, if you are permitting the parent to accompany you for any competition or something, then you have to set a, you can say that, unwritten laws for them, rules of conduct or a code of conduct for them. Now, I am the coach, madam. You can come, you can witness the program, you can stay as a spectator, but never interfere into my business. Why? Because no, it is all about me and my children, coach and the players and the referees, not your business. You please be there. Don't interfere in our business. Why? Because no, what happens? That may bring in a negative impact. So you try to convince them in this regard. Then what happens now? They will be also not what we say feeling bad. Otherwise, what happens? Oh, he's not. We are paying the fee. We are letting our child to participate. But this he started commanding over us. That should not be there. In a polite way, you just make them realize the demand for that. Now, regarding what we say, next thing is like establishing a two-way communication with the parents. Now, whenever some problem happens in the field, you are calling the parent and saying that उन्होंने इसे इंजरी बनाया है, इसलिए थोड़ा उसको देखभाल करना, आप थोड़ा सा इधर आ जाइएगा. And when your what we say payment is to be done, then you are calling that, sir, अभी हो गया, ये महीना का अंत हो गया, तब तो पैसा आप जमा करना चाहिए. No, this should be an entire business. Sometimes you call the parents, and sometimes the parents call you also. So facilitate that. Then only we can what we say support the athlete as a whole. Now, next thing is educating the parents on positive parenting behaviors. Now, this is a strong this one. Why? Because now sometimes parent may be thinking that whatever I am doing, and that is for the good of the child, good of the game. And what happens now? That is leaving a positive impact on the athlete. Now you see, my player is actually, suppose the word is actually a, sorry. The player is actually a defender. And the only thing the parent knows is to score a goal in football is a great thing. And he is asking, go front, go front. He is insisting. Whenever he is not going, he is shouting at him, why don't you go? Why don't you go? So what happens now? The parent is thinking that going front and scoring a goal is very much important. But then he doesn't understand that whatever he says is getting pressurized on the athlete's head. So that you have to educate them that, now, please adopt some strategy so that you will be having a positive parenting on the athletes. You have to educate them regarding that. And often you have a parenting meeting with the parent at the start of the year, so that you will have a crystal clear idea imparted to the parent that you are expected, or else we are expecting these things. Though we are having an achievable goal also, in the way that we are saying that now this year he has just started playing a few months back. So this year itself, if you are targeting for a goal to participate in the state team, that is not possible. But we'll make him to field in some of the games. So that becomes as the goal for that particular child. So you make sure that such things will be what we say discussed with the parent at the start of a year, so that it will be convincing for the parents also. You can have building a positive or else good relationship with the parent. Now moving further. Now most parents, even if you say all these things, so what happened now? Same way they will come, they will start what we say, saying all the unwanted words whenever, and they will start coaching from the sideline. As I told you, they will be starting behind you, and they will take up the role of a coach. Then what happened? One thing is that they are overprotective regarding my child. So what happened now? Whenever their word is fouled or something, what happened? They become very, very more critical. You go. So even if I come here, also same thing, no? Hello? Yeah. what happens now? So managing these people, that leads a hello, am I audible? So when we talk about this one, no, so managing the parents, that requires a lot of skill, and that should be in such a way that should not be creating a negative impact on them. Telling that no, that should not be giving a what we say insulting this one for them, but handling them in a proper way. That will give a lot of assurance that now I am telling you that never avoid them, never make them feel that no, this is not my presence is not required there. I will not go that side. No, for some people that gives a lot of what we say confidence for the athletes even. So what you have to do, you draw a lane where they can be what we say controlled. That is required. Why? Because now after all you have to understand that they are also holding a strong position in the ecosystem of the athlete. So that should be ensured by inculcating some sort of strategy. So here what happens now? We have to understand that mostly in our community coaching, 3 people are most important. Why? Because without player, coach's role is what we say nil. Then coach, and if player and coaches are there, in order to support them, in order to back up them, so we require the parents' involvement as well. So these 3 things makes the athletic triangle. So a positive influence on the player from the coach, and at the same time backing up the player we are having the parent, and between the parent and coach also we are having a good rapport, which will ensure a positive ecosystem and positive environment for the development of the athlete as a whole. So that is known as athletic triangle. Now more often what happens now, we have got a lot of models for the development of athlete. Here you see it is first one in the left side, which is in yellow color, that is known as fund development commitment model, where actually what happens, athletes are there, parents are there, coaches are there. All the 3 has got some sort of what we say role to play. But what happened, you can see it is a proper triangle where what happened, athletes are at the top. They are given at the utmost priority, backup from the parent side and inputs from the coach's side. So all the 3 are playing a great role. But what happened, parents and coaches being the seniors, matured, they are backing up the athletes like anything so that they can boost, they can flourish. In the opposite side, what happens, this athletes development is managed, or else the entire scenario is managed by the coaches, where what happened, winning is the focus. So coaches, after all, what happened, he's a person with a what we say repute, so he is managing everything, and the involvement of the what we say parent is less. There what happened now, the importance or else the development of the athletes, it is overruled or else it is outruled by the involvement of the coach. Then what happened, there actually it is more focus is on winning, and the involvement or else the importance of the athletes is less compared to that of coach. Now in order to have a positive influence, how we can set some sort of goals for the athlete. So we can set a performance performance goal, you can set a training goal, you can set a technical skill, you can set a goal for their psychosocial skills. So what happens, if you are giving them a target for performance, that acts as a what we say standard for them, so they will be what we say motivated to achieve that. Then the thing is like you are giving a training goal, like you have to go for this much set, this was this, so that if you can do it, that is very well, because it has been done by a international athlete, such sort of thing. Then technical skill, like now if you can dunk, that will be very good. Now motivating or setting as a what we say target for him or as a goal for him, and telling him that now you have got a lot of things, you start accepting, respecting referee's calls. So it acts as a psychosocial skill. Now, whatever the referee call, even if it goes in the opposite way, also don't react to that, but accept that, and you next time you overcome that. So such sort of a goal set by the athlete, coach for the athlete, no, that counts a lot in order to inspire the athlete. Okay. Now this is also a model for the athlete development. Here you can see that three people are there. Coach is there, parent is there, athlete is there. And model, there what happened? All the three having strong communication amongst themselves. They are involving all the three themselves. So what happened now? That may be the best thing for the athlete's development. Second thing you can see, there what happened? Coach is there, athlete is there, parent is also there. But you can see the communication or the interaction between the coach and athlete is so strong. And what happened? There is no direct communication between the coach and the parent. Okay. And there is no direct, there is only direct communication between the athlete and the parent. Then what happened? You can see that there is no response from the parent towards the coach, either the athlete. Sorry, it is there, but it is not direct. So what happened now? Here, it is mostly on technical things. Now, coach है, parent है, sorry, coach है, athlete है, वो अपना business कर रहा है, मैं इधर से उसको करने देता हूँ. That is the only thing. So the bond between, or the communication and interaction between the coach and athlete is so strong, and parent is a passive participant there. But you take the case of the contractual thing, where athlete is participating, coach is also participating, and the communication between the parent and the athlete, that is so strong. Coach is every time coach is reporting to the parent that you have sent your word, no, he is doing well, because no, he is being paid for that. And one thing is that no, he is always reporting it to the coach. So the communication between the coach and parent is good, but rather parent and athlete and coach and athlete, that is not so good. So there what happened? No? Simply the parent is hiring the coach in order to get his athlete something, what something. Like no, मेरा बच्चा को मैं बैडमिंटन खेलने के लिए भेज दिया क्योंकि ना सिंधु को अभी एक मेडल मिला है. So she has also got a lot of rewards. तो मेरे को भी क्या करना चाहिए, मेरे बच्चा को भी इंटरनेशनल चैंपियन बनाना चाहिए, इसलिए मैं आपको भेज देता हूँ. ठीक क्या करना है, मैं आपको सही तरह से आपको पेमेंट दे दूंगा, आप क्या करना है, ठीक तरह से मेरा बच्चा को एक चैंपियन बना दीजिएगा. So what happens? So that is purely a contractual, where what happened? This so-called interaction and the relationship is not so strong. So what happens now? Basically, the best thing is a collaborative approach, where there will be a crystal clear communication as well as interaction between the parent, coach, as well as the athlete. Next thing. Now, the important thing is driving all these people like administrator, other coaches, officials, contributing towards the development of the athlete. That is the toughest thing. Now, when you are acting as a coach, when you are taking the responsibility as a coach, you have to make sure that administrators, they should be kept, what we say, motivated, in terms that every time whatever happens with the team, because they are always administrating, they are doing the office job, you go and report to them that what is happening with the team. So keeping them updated will always motivate them, give them a positive impact, and always make sure that they are also informed about the team's performance. Now, next thing, always you believe that we also have to be, we also have to do some sort of managerial skill. We have to have some sort of management function. So if you can do that by yourself, you need not to, what we say, disturb the administrator for that. Otherwise, some coaches are there. Now, I don't know anything, but you have to do, you have to deploy a particular person to work all these things with me. So that creates a lot of, what we say, administrative burden on them. So what happens now? Better small things you try to learn by yourself, like how to, what we say, give a entry for a competition. All those things you cannot expect a clerical staff to do that. So you can do these things by yourself. And next thing is to stay yourself organized. Whenever you are leaving, report it the person and you report him back. When did he reach? You manage all the TADA, everything. And you report him everything, so that everything will be organized. So there will not be any extra burden on the administrator. Now, another thing is that always stick on to the budget. Whatever is, I am talking about the Indian situation, always stick on to the budget. If you are having any sort of, what we say, restriction on the fund availability, never go and disturb. Not, I am telling, not never. Don't go often and disturb them, telling that I require this, I require this, फिर पैसा चाहिए. तो क्या होगा ना? they themselves, after all, they are just officers. They are also having their own limitations. So just going and disturbing them, that doesn't make any positive impact. So that is all about administrator. Next thing is other coaches. So some people are having the mentality that now I am the boss, I am the head coach, so I should be respected. Okay. So what happens now? Instead of that, as I told you, love, respect, trust, all these things, what happens? That is what we say, two-way. So what happens? You give that, get that. Even if your what we say co-coach is there, or else your assistant coach is there, try to respect that. Try to give them apt role for them. Okay. So if I am taking the technical tactical thing, let him involve in what we say the strengthening the session, or give him the warm-up session. Like they should not be like, no, when I am absent, he will substitute me. That should not be the situation. No, just coming and standing there as a milestone, that never makes any sense. Cornerstone, that doesn't make any sense. So give him also some sort of role so that he will be motivated. Now, if he is having a good qualification, you just try to give him that, saying that I have ample qualification, but never my head coach permit me to step into the field. That is just like a, what we say, burden on them. Now, help them to prepare and communicate everything so that they will also come to know everything about the team. Then give them formal and informal evaluation so that what happen now, they can also develop as themselves as a professional. Recognize assistant coaches' contribution to the team. So, after all, I will just tell you one story. You may be knowing about this our Jose Mourinho. When Jose Mourinho started his career, no, Jose Mourinho was a player, what we say, not so successful as a player. He was the son of an international former Portugal player. So what happened? No? He was greatly inspired by his father's performance as a player, and he wanted to step into the field of coaching. But what happened? Neither he was a successful player. He was not so, what we say, having that, what we say, qualifications as a coach even. So you won't believe he started his career as a translator. He was working with Robson, who was actually the coach of our former Spanish teams. He was working with them. And eventually what happened, I think in 90s, this Robson got an assignment with our Barcelona club as well. Then he got also what happened, he also took this Mourinho along with him just for translation, because he doesn't speak Spanish. So he needed someone to speak Spanish. So he was taken with them. Then what happened now? Eventually, Robson understood that this Mourinho has also got critical evaluation qualities, and he is also equally good as a coach. He developed him as a coach. When he resigned, he promoted him, and he just nominated him as the coach for the next session. And you know that he has become a most successful manager of Barcelona then. So you also keep in mind that only if you give an opportunity for a coach, you will be able to flourish the field. Otherwise, what happens now? You will not be permitting the development of a particular coach as well. There, what happens? You will not be getting a substitute for that. It should not be kept like, no, now I am the end. After me, no one else will be there. That should not be the situation. Now, next thing is that officials. I have told you that myself being an official, what happens now? Never there is any problem like, you know, the officials believe that it is a thankless job. Whoever fails, he'll come and complain that because of this fellow only we have lost. And those who have won, they will say that, unhone ek badhiya kaam kiya hai. So always respect their calls. Always avoid irritating them by going for continuous, what we say, negotiations. Even if you want to question also, question it politely so that they will not be getting intimidated. Now, avoid intimidation. And now, after all, help and thank officials after the end of their duty, so that what happens now, they will also get motivated that now, after all, I have done a great job, and that have facilitated the game of the players. So again, I am telling you, administrator, coaches, and officials, they are all doing something for the athletes only. Why? Because no, game is important than athlete, officials, and administrator. But again, inculcating them in a positive way, in order to have a coordinating them, and what, bringing their best out of them in order to facilitate the development of the athlete. That is the best option, and that is what is required. So in order to become an influential coach, no, what is required is that first you have to have a developmental philosophy. Now during the session, the initial speakers might have told about what is philosophy. Now only this thing is that it is your perspective of thinking on things. Okay, what should be my actions, or else what should they do? So developmental coach, what happens now? He is not bothered about either winning or losing. He is bothered about whether win or lose, my athlete should develop as a person. He should develop all the multifaceted things. He should develop as a whole individual, so that even if he loses today's match, he can be successful in future. That should be the thought. Okay. In the other way, what happens? If a winning coach, what happens? He doesn't bother about the what at all. Sir, he is little bit injured, sir. He is telling that there is a pain for him. So I don't know whether he will be able to play. Let him play. Why? Because now this is a crucial point. Let him go, score a goal and come. Then we will think about the rest. Why? Because it is the winning is important for us. There what happened? He is stepping inside. He has been tackled. He got injured. He got a meniscus injury. His life is spoiled. Even he, at the time, he may be going and consoling him. But then what happened? He is not bothered about the rest of the things. Why? Because his thought is always the winning. So you should not go that way. You should always concentrate on the development aspect, so that you will be having a developmental philosophy. So that what happened now? You will be having a care for the athlete. You will be having a concern for the athlete. You will be acting integrity. You will be having with integrity. So what happened? They will be having a feeling that sir is having a thinking for me, so that I am also giving loyalty to him. The next thing, being a role model. As we talked in the qualities of a role model coach there now, having every quality is impossible. But then you can have little or more or less, all the qualities in you. So what happens now? You may be an acceptable person and admirable person. That is what I want to say about this role model. Of course, having a lot of technical, tactical ideas and deep knowledge in the sport, that will have a great what we say impact on the athlete. He'll be saying that मेरा सर को सब चीज पता है, बहुत अच्छा है. जब भी मेरे लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम है कि सर अभी मैं क्या करना चाहिए, जब भी मैं पूछता हूँ वो मेरे लिए एक आंसर देता हूँ. So that acts as a that brings in a lot of impact on the athlete. Now, as I told you, show some sort of concern for the athlete, focus on the wholesome development of the athlete. That will give you a role or else a position in the mind of the athlete. Okay. So being influential, you can undergo a five-step process as well. First you understand yourself, means you are going for self-awareness. Then you can start love yourself, so that you can having a positive love for yourself. Then you can self-disclosure. You tell them what you want to do. You act with integrity. They will start understanding that, and they will start admitting that, which will have a trust development in the part of the athlete. They will start trusting you. Even you will also start trusting them. Likewise, you will be able to develop a positive influence on the athlete. Now, at the end, what I want to say is that this is hopeless rules of command, which is usually a managerial thing where we are focusing on command. No, you can just correlate the same thing with our the example I have cited regarding APJ Abdul Kalam. There, what happened? No, you are telling him, yes, of course, you are the king, but then what happened? It is your role to play. But I also got my role to play also. So I will be guiding you. That may be pleasant or unpleasant, but then what happened? No, this is for the sake of achieving your goals. So you have to be there guiding the athlete. Sometimes it may be pleasant, sometimes it might be so unpleasant, but you have to have an impact on the athlete, saying that now we are doing it for your betterment only. So you just believe it as job is a profession, but my job is privilege that I must re-earn every day. I am doing my duty, boy, to get you into a better position. That is what is required. So after what I am active communicative coach who is managing all the interpersonal roles in order to get best out of all the stakeholders who are involving in the activity. No, first you, as I told you, be a role model by yourself. You show that the best possible from your side. You appreciate, you adopt a appropriate coaching style, so that what happen now? You will be able to understand
What happened, Sanjeev sir? Hello? Hello? Yeah, there's a little bit of technical issues. Please wait for some time. Hello. This is a little bit of a technical issue. Okay, just wait. Thank you.
Am I audible? You call hello. You just ask him whether I am audible or not. Hello.
Network problem.
I hope I am audible because I am getting comments from the participants. No, I want to just conclude in this way. Now, in order to understand this concept of collective, what we say, directing everyone's effort to one end, no, means in order to develop or else manage the interpersonal roles, you can take the example of this Formula One race. You might have seen, no, in the Formula One race, in between, the vehicle will be coming and they will be for a momentary service, they will be entering. In that, what happened? A lot of what we say technicians, like those who are changing, some are changing the wheels, some are refueling it, some are just checking the air, some are checking other sort of things, and everything, no, everything is done in a moment and they are just bringing the vehicle back into the track as soon as possible. So the efficiency with which they work, no, that is really a what we say appreciable thing. You know, I think the world record for doing that, it stands for 3 seconds. You won't believe, changing 4 wheels, refueling it, back into the track within 3 seconds. So that counts the efficiency. And what makes this efficiency? What brings this efficiency? A strong communication between all the technicians, a strong, what we say, what we say, motivating and persuading them to do that. That comes from an effective manager. So as I told you, you are going to be the captain of the ship, where you are going to manage everyone, like all the stakeholders, like parents, athletes, your co-coaches, administrators, and everyone, so that you can facilitate the development of the athlete as a whole, and you can bring in a better performance. And I hope that session was a little bit okay for you, even though we had some sort of technical issues. And thank you very much.
Yeah, Sanjeev sir. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go for some question session, sir. Personally, I apologize for this technical problems. Few questions are there for Sudhi sir, so I'm expecting him to answer, please, sir. And your presentation was very wonderful one, very knowledgeable, enlightening one also. One question is how to deal with students, those who are overconfident. Can you answer this one, sir, please?
Yes, of course, no. Now, those who are getting overconfidence, that doesn't, no, when I say that they are getting overconfidence, the problem starts from here. Now, as we said, setting the goals. When the coach sets the goals, no, That should be something realistic. At the same time, managing them and telling them that now there is a way to progress. All of a sudden, we cannot jump from one situation to second situation. So you have to progress in this way. And one more thing. Now, if you are to walk the entire way now, if you have to cover the entire distance, you have to set a pace for your development. So all of a sudden, if you start sprinting, you will not be reaching your target. So for that, what is required? You have to set a pace from where which will be approachable and which will be achievable, so that you will be able to reach there. From parents' side as well as from coach's side, you make him realize that now, all of a sudden you cannot jump into, all of a sudden you cannot become a hero. Slowly, we have to progress. For that, first thing you have to do is this. Second thing you have to do is this. Likewise, by setting a achievable goal, and by making this child, or else inciting the child with whatever course of action we can do, we will be able to achieve we will be able to manage the athlete who is overconfident. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Sir, really your presentation was so wonderful, and your presentation brought some more color for this session, and it made us to fly by adding some more feathers for this program. And participants, I want to tell that even respected Sudhi sir is also a resource person in exercise physiology also. On behalf of Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports, and behalf of Khelo India, and behalf of LNCP, especially on behalf of Dr. G. Kishore sir, Principal, I thank him for this valuable opinions on this topic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you all the participants also. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhi sir. Wonderful presentation. संदीप सर, आप वो जो अभी 5 बजे का सेशन का बता दीजिएगा. आप सर एक बार वो सर्टिफिकेट का ही बता दीजिए सबको.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We will be giving them at least 3 weeks to prepare after the.
Yeah. Participants, today we have a special session where 3 resource persons are going to come and give an opinion towards a leadership development and community engagement. So all the participants, please attend this program. In this, respected Dr. Zakir sir, then Polana and Shoaib will be a resource person for this session. Please attend this one. Thank you. Thank you.